some time to find.
Hi Stampers, it's Kevon from ktstamps.com, creating cards for you. Today we have this beautiful little boot. I love this boot. It was inspired by going through all my own old cards and finding a card that I had gotten at a swap, oh god, like 10 years ago. So let's get started. On my blog, you will find a template. And this template will be everything that you need to create this boot. You'll have the boot, the heel, the side of the boot, and also the boot strap. I'm starting out with a piece of cardstock that is Crumb Cake, and I just put my template on top. You can either cut or draw. I am putting this Lacy Brocade, and again it is one of the new embossing folders from our holiday mini. Then the small little hook, I'm putting in the delicate design. When we pull out this wonderful little side piece of the card, it's on cardstock, which is called Coordinates cardstock. And these colors come in Cherry Cobbler, Early Espresso, which I am using, and Gumball Green. We also have the new stamping sanding system that is also found on page 6 of our holiday catalog. If you're doing a bigger surface, you can add just a bigger piece. The difference in the sanding is that the sanding paper is 2 different grits, and I'm just going to use this side. Now all you got to do is to varnish it is just to sand it. And as I sand, you can see where I embossed it. Some of the topping of the embossing is coming off, which gives it that rustic, distressed look. You can distress it to your own liking. All I'm going to do is just kind of move it away. There's also a dust buddy that I have not bought yet that is also in the catalog, and it's also on page 6. And it is something that just swoops up all the dust, so you don't have to worry about the little flakes getting all over everything. Now to put this card together, I am just going to adhere the Early Espresso coordinate cardstock onto my card. And I'm just eyeballing it onto the card. Give it a nice, easy little fashion statement. And then I am taking my piece of Cherry Cobbler and again I'm just going to eyeball it at the top. Now I made this just a little bit bigger so I could cut the top off, but I wanted to be able to cut it and round it at the same time, just to kind of give it the same shape of the boot. Then I am going to adhere my heel to my boot, and again I just did this because I wanted just a little bit of showmanship on this. Now as you can see at the bottom, I have just a little bit of an overhang. All I'm going to do is just follow the heel and just cut right up to the top of the V. As you can see, this card goes together pretty fast. Then I'm going to take my window piece and just an extra scrap of cherry cobbler paper, and I'm just going to put it in. As you can see, it's not going to go in all the way, because on this one, it's just part. It just kind of adds just a little bit of bling to your card. Then I'm going to just adhere it to the boot. Cut off a little extra in the back. And as you can see, the card is coming together very quickly. So I am now going to adhere some of these absolutely beautiful bling rhinestones, and they really are called the Rhinestone Basics. And I have 3 of the smaller rhinestones that I'm just going to pick up and put on my boot as soon as I make sure that I pick it up with the glue dot in the back. And on this, as you can see, there's some little embossed holes, and they just kind of fit right in the middle of the delicate design, and I am just using that as my point to where I place the rhinestones. And you know, this is not gonna work. I have to get myself some more rhinestones. Voila! I found some more rhinestones. And then what I wanted to do is that I really wanted to add some bigger bling at the bottom. I wanted these cowgirl boots to be dancing tonight so she could go out and just have a little bit of fun doing some of those line dances that I learned at such a young age. And I enjoy doing now at such an old age. I usually don't have this much trouble with my rhinestones, but I guess I do have to go back to my little tweezers so I can get them off and stick them on. Sometimes nails are just not what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to help me out, make my hands look beautiful, and right now I am really having a hard time with them. Let's see if I can try this and if this can help me out. It should be easy just to pick these up and put these in here. Sometimes it's just not your day. And especially when you're on video. Oh my God! I'm done. Can you believe that? This is so awesome. Look at this card. And this coordinate cardstock is so awesome when you're able to sand it down. And it goes with any of our embossing folders. And what I did on the inside is that I just added a little saying from the stamp set called Bootiful Occasions. So that's my card today. I hope that you enjoy it. Please feel free to go to www.ktstamps.com. Always creating cards for you. Thank you so much for joining me today.